Hey guys, welcome to the Sunnydale Diaries, a podcast where I, Melanie,
And I, Sean.
watch every single effing episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, discuss in detail, and also talk about how the overlying theme of the episode might crisscross with our lives. Today we are talking about season 4, episode 9, Something Blue. A quick reminder, if you're new to the show, welcome. If you've been listening to our show, welcome back. A reminder that Sean is a longtime lover and watcher of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, has been through these seasons a couple times. I am brand new to this show, and it's growing on me. I gotta say, I like it.
I've noticed.
You know?
I've noticed. It took us a while to
um,
get here. I mean, we had to get through season one.
I Well, I don't know. Season 2 and season 3 it had its moments, but we're getting in there now. We're getting pretty deep, so it's good. Um
Yeah.
we had some listener viewer input that you wanted to share.
Yes. This was from Spotify from our last episode, Pangs.
Yes.
It's from Bixby Boom. I do think we featured a comment from them before, but they keep leaving them, so thank you. Talking about the bear from Pangs.
Oh yeah.
And I need you
The
both to
man in the
know
bear
that,
suit.
yeah, I need you both to know that the reason for the terrible bear fighting sequence is because the actual stunt bear they had was tame and so friendly that it refused to be menacing towards the cast and wouldn't stop bouncing with glee whenever anyone approached him.
That's so funny.
And the bear's name was Bonkers.
Bonkers.
Yes.
So that's why
I
they had to enlist the man in a suit.
yes. I had never heard that little bit of trivia before, so I thought that was very cool.
So it must have been like the day of, and they were like, "This isn't working.
Well, there are some
Prop
shots of the
master, you
bear.
need to go find a bear suit
So they just took
now."
like some background, like side shots of the bear, and then everything else was
No, they
men
even
in
went to
bear
Party
suits.
City, and they were like, "Bear suit, Halloween clearance, buy it."
So if you have interesting bits of trivia to share about an episode, or just comments on what we talked about in an episode, leave it on Spotify or YouTube, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Audible, leave us a review, and maybe we'll feature your thoughts in a future episode.
Please, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
So this episode has to do with love, relationships, marriage, weddings.
Mhm.
Have you ever been in a wedding, Sean?
I was in two weddings, and they were both the year after I moved from New York to Florida.
Mm,
They were then, so I had to fly back up to New
okay.
York twice just for those weddings. Um, I had two friends. I mentioned if it wasn't Pangs, it was the episode before. I had two friends, man and a woman, and they were kind of getting together. And she remembers me kind of getting in the middle of them. I don't remember this,
Crazy. That's
but whatever.
crazy.
We all made up, and I was in their wedding.
Hmm.
And then my sister got married a couple of months later, and I was in her wedding,
Hmm.
and then my own wedding.
Very nice.
Yeah. What about you?
I have been a bridesmaid in two weddings, my brother's and a friend's. I officiated at your wedding, which was
Yes, you did.
quite an honor.
Well,
And then I myself have been the bride in two weddings.
yes, I was at one of those.
You were the one that counts.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, my wedding was amazing, and we did it in my backyard.
Hmm.
Because and we priced a couple of places, and I am definitely like Chandler. Like I'm not paying that much money for a party. And I think what we did in my backyard was beautiful.
It was lovely.
I mean, we did. We rented a tent. We rented tables, chairs. We built a dance floor,
Hmm.
and then my husband dismantled that and built chairs for our backyard out of the dance floor. But he hung a bunch of lights. We had it catered, and
Mhm.
I think it was great.
It was very nice.
Yeah, I loved it. And you did a great job officiating.
Thank
And
you.
I remember my father was responsible for handing me the rings, and he did a good job. My niece was the flower girl, and she did a great
Drew
job. It
Drew
was
is in charge of the music, pressing the
Yep,
button, the on-off button.
yep. Start the music. I think it was great. People had a great time.
It was fun.
I love going back and watching videos of it.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
You and I danced to a Spice Girls song.
Yes, we did. And I keep hearing that from just random people that I know telling me, and I keep seeing it all over social media that they may be doing a tour next year. I haven't because it's the 30th anniversary,
Therefore, you and I will be going to see a Spice Girls concert somewhere.
and my niece wants to go too.
She
My
does?
my 15-year-old niece. I'm like, when did you find out about Spice Girls? I mean, I'm glad. I'll take you.
Everything old is new again, Sean.
So we may have to go up to New York to do it,
Oh
but
man. Okay.
yeah.
That would be fun. I think you said that you were buying us really good tickets.
I
Oh,
probably
no,
did
no,
say that at
no.
some
You
point.
said this. Do not act like you didn't say it. You said it. I think you said like front row tickets.
Okay, no, I don't know that I would have said that because that's going to be crazy expensive probably. But I will get us good seats.
All right. Um Back to weddings.
Yes.
My first wedding was the wedding that I thought I wanted. Like it was my husband and I both wore Indian wedding outfits. Neither one of us are Indian, but I just always loved. I knew I didn't want to wear a white dress. That's just not me. So I bought this beautiful red langa beaded dress. So pretty, so pretty. And then he wore, I don't remember what the term is for the man's suit, but it was very nice. And all the music in my wedding was Beatles music, which I loved. And then again, it was at a park. It was at Philippi Park in Safety Harbor. And then we all went back to our house, and the reception was in our backyard. And bought we bought food, and we rented like the chafing dishes and stuff. It was again, I'm not spending $10,000 on a wedding. Maybe that was because I was 35 and I had more of a sense of budgeting than I would have if I were younger. I don't know. My second wedding, the one that counted, um, was during COVID, and we all went to the courthouse. This is a kind of funny story. We got all dressed up for the wedding. We were going to the courthouse, and then they said, "Oh no, you can't have the wedding today. You need to submit your paperwork." And then what? How long was it, Sean? Do you remember?
It's
You
a
were there.
Yeah, so it's a 3-day waiting period for Florida, unless you took beforehand, unless you took a course, basically showing that you know your significant other, which is what we did.
Or
And my,
if you're a non-resident, you could do it all in one day, which I thought is
Mhm.
was silly. But anyway, so of course I was crushed. And then my sister-in-law was like, "It's okay, we'll make it right. We're just gonna go back to your house and we'll do it in the backyard." Okay. So from the courthouse back to my house, she was looking up how to become ordained online, but we ended up she just did a really nice ceremony, and then we went to the courthouse 3 days later and did the paperwork and stuff, but it was very nice anyway.
Oh, definitely. Even us, and we did it opposite. We got married at the courthouse,
Uh-huh.
so we got married. Our wedding was in May, but we got married in the courthouse like sometime in April. I couldn't even tell you the date because like that's not my
That's
wedding
not
day.
your yeah.
That's like the legal marriage date, but
I don't know, are you kidding? I celebrate both. They're like
I
just a
couldn't
couple
even.
days apart, so it's like the first wedding or the first anniversary and the second anniversary.
I had to go into like the special box of documents and look it up. I could not even tell you what date it was. I know it was mid to late April. That's all I know.
I do know my wedding anniversary coincides with the day that I was laid off
For the hospital.
for the hospital, or the same week.
Okay,
Because I remember going to hand in my badge, and they're like, "So what are you gonna do now?" I'm like, "Well, I'm getting married in 2 days."
I remember that.
F you.
Yep. Did you have a song for either wedding?
My first wedding was a Beatles song called I Will,
Okay.
which I still love that song. And then I don't know that we had a song at my wedding to Drew.
Okay.
Did we? I don't
I
think
don't
so.
remember. I don't think
I
so, but
don't
I
think
figured I'd
so.
ask.
Eh. We did have matching Star Wars shirts.
I remember that. That was cute. I will need a picture of that so I can post it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, the second wedding was much less formal, but that's okay. It was the more meaningful one
Uh-huh.
that
Yep.
stuck.
Yep. Yeah. For us, we walked out together to "Only You" by Yaz. I love
Mhm,
that song. Also
mhm.
featured in "Can't Hardly Wait." Good movie. And then he picked like our first dance song, which was "God Gave Me You" by Blake Shelton.
That's right, it was a country song.
It was a country song. That's when
Yeah.
he was big into country.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
No,
It
that
ebbs
was
and
all
flows
Pride
with him.
Radio.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's
Um,
good.
yeah, you guys tell us your wedding stories.
Any funny ones? Any Buffy related ones? Do you
Yeah,
have a Buffy
has
themed
anybody
wedding?
had a Buffy-themed wedding?
Sure, they're out
Oh
there.
my gosh.
Mm.
What would that entail?
I mean, you could just make every make the drinks themed, make the food themed. They're like we just like naming things. I bet there's a lot. I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody dressed up as Buffy and the as like and the husband dressed up as Angel. Like people could do it.
In the white dress with the jacket.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I am gonna have to think about this some more and like make a post about it. You
Yeah.
guys
That's
send us your ideas. What would be included in a Buffy themed wedding?
or Spike Drusilla wedding,
Oh, that would be fun.
a Spike Buffy wedding.
Oh boy. A Willow Oz wedding.
Hmm. Little tufts of dog hair all around.
Anya Xander wedding. I don't know.
Mhm. All right, you want to get into something blue?
Let's do it. Something blue. What was my prediction? I predicted that she was gonna do a spell to get Oz back. I was off.
If she did do a spell,
She
it was
did.
Oz related.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't all be winners.
I did not guess anything about a wedding though.
Mm.
Oh well. Okay,
Would you
let's
even
talk
think of
about it.
it like with the title something blue?
I think I said something about it could be a wedding, but there's nobody on this show that's even close to being getting
Right.
married,
Hmm.
which is still true.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. All right. Previously on Spike is impotent.
Yep.
Oz left.
Yep. And poor Willow.
We Yeah, so we opened up in a dorm room. It was Buffy and Willow's dorm at that point, right? Not Oz's,
No, I think it was Oz's room.
with his
'Cause
stuff
she's
still there.
she's smelling his shirt.
Yeah. Do you smell your husband's shirts?
No, that was my note. Do you ever keep an article of clothing from a boyfriend or, something to remind you?
I mean, you make me go back a while.
Yeah.
I don't think that I did. Yeah, I do like smelling my husband's. She looks so sad.
She is so sad.
I know.
She is so sad.
Poor Willow.
Um, but not as sad as she's gonna be soon.
Yeah,
So then we're in the what, like the student union or something like that?
I think so.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, and they're hanging a big lesbian alliance poster.
Yep. Riley's hanging it.
Riley is hanging it. Ally.
Mhm. Yeah. And Buffy's there. So her hair in this scene.
So what is going on with her hair? It's like beachy wave, not quite crimped.
Right. That was my notes. It's like it's definitely not crimped, and I do think we get Buffy crimped hair in the future.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
boy.
this wasn't it. It was
No, this is
it was
like beachy
odd.
waves.
Yeah.
Just wavy. She's trying something different.
Yeah. She's breezy.
She's breezy. So yeah, Riley's helping up put up the banner, and then he gets down from the ladder, and Buffy's like, he says, I am a lesbian. Uh,
And he wants to take her on a picnic.
and we find out that he rehearses what he's going to say to her. He's so cute. He's so like awkward around her.
Mm-hmm. Do you do that? Do you rehearse?
No. No.
Really?
Do you not know you know me well enough to know that I just say the shit that is in my brain, and half the time it comes out crazy. Oh, I got to tell you this. So, I was working at the art gallery where I have my glass, and this couple came in and they were asking me, they were looking at some photography, wildlife photography. And I guess they saw one that said something about an elk, and they said, "What's the difference between an elk and a deer?" And so we have a Google, assistant thing there. So I go, "Hey Google, what's the difference between a deer and an elf?" This is my life right now with menopause. Is that there's a disconnect
Gotcha.
between a deer and an elf.
I mean, they both involve Santa.
One does not exist. Google said to me. No, Google didn't hear me, thankfully. But those people heard me and had a good laugh. So yes,
Ah,
I just say
good.
stuff. Half the time I don't know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, but okay. So anyway, and Riley does say that she's mysterious.
He's not wrong.
She's peculiar and mysterious.
Yeah. Like a Alfred Hitchcock movie.
It's kind of like that. So yes, he asks her to a picnic. Very
Hmm.
romantic.
Yeah.
And then we cut to she's in the cemetery on patrol with Willow, and she's telling Willow about the picnic and about Riley. And
He's
she,
different.
she's saying something is off here. Like he seems nice. I'm like, yeah, he's not crazy. He's not a bad boy. He seems normal.
He's
I mean,
alive.
little does she know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah,
So I know I texted you this. What Willow was wearing is that another poncho.
yep.
It looked like tight around her arm, like it was like came like to like here, like chest level, and it was like wrapped around her. Like it almost looked tight, like she couldn't lift her arms up. I
I
feel like
didn't
I would be
notice
very
that.
uncomfortable.
I just noticed stripy poncho. And I will have you know that I went to Goodwill while I was out today, and I did look for a poncho to wear tonight. They're hard to find.
Hmm.
There's shawls and there's sweaters, but there's not a lot of ponchos out there. So
Ponchos.
she's
Okay.
she's one of a kind. That Willow.
Yeah. Buffy's wondering, like, can a nice relationship be intense? And then does real love and passion have to go hand in hand with fighting? And as soon as she says that, a vampire jumps out. She
Yes.
immediately slays it. Like there's no fighting. It was just like a boop. Didn't even need stun Buffy for
She
that.
just keeps walking.
Big
Yeah.
X credits.
What is your answer to that question?
Yes. No. Sorry. Ask that again, please.
Do what was the quote? So do love and passion
Have to go hand in
have to
hand
go
with pain and fighting.
right? No.
I don't think so. No. That's what she's experienced so
Right.
far.
I know. She's so effed up.
Yeah.
She's poor Buffy.
Poor
She's
Buffy.
so effed up.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have credits and we open to Spike in the tub and he's
Yeah.
all, cuffed up and stuff. And Buffy is questioning him about the M cubed. And he says he doesn't know a lot, which he really doesn't.
Well, he woke up there. He escaped.
Yeah.
Really is.
Um, Willow is there and she's researching spells that might work to
Hmm.
get him to give more information. She's working on a truth spell.
Hmm.
Buffy
Um,
Buffy is feeding Spike through blood through a straw from a
yeah.
mug.
Did you see the what was on the mug?
Was it the kiss the librarian?
The librarian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
remember when he was a librarian?
yeah. The consistency of that blood is wrong. That was red Kool Aid. Like, come
No,
on, just sigh
but
a
then
little.
when when the straw comes out, when she takes the mug away and the straw comes out, it was pretty viscous. No,
Okay,
not viscous
if you say
enough.
so.
All right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. You obviously are the expert on this, but I don't know. It looked pretty good to me.
I loved it when she was taunting him, like, "Look at my poor neck, all that blood pumping." And,
I know the way she said that. I was like, mm.
so yeah, so Willow wants to go forward with the truth spell. She's going to bring the donuts and Motherwort, which may become the episode title.
Okay, I like it.
And she leaves, and Buffy and Giles are talking, and I think Willow's doing much better, with Osgon. And as usual, Spike sees things for how they are.
Mhm.
No, she's hurting.
She is on the verge.
Yes. And I've been there. It's not a fun place.
I know when we worked together, I had a certain screenshot that I used to send you guys when I was on the verge, woman on the verge.
Yep. Good
Now
time.
Willow is back at Oz's room, and it is cleared out.
It's not just cleared out. It's like kind of destroyed. Like, stuff is just thrown everywhere. I was not allowed to leave my dorm in that condition.
When did he so he just came back and cleared out? Is that what happened?
I think so. I think he just
He
showed up,
snuck
like
back
probably
in,
like
cleared
late at
his stuff.
night, grabbed his stuff, and ran.
Yes, agree. When I lived in the dorm, you couldn't leave your dorm in that state, but this is TV. Very dramatic. So he has moved out for reals this time, and it finally hits her. This is where it finally lands in her brain that he's not coming back,
Yeah.
and that's it. She loses it then.
Hmm.
Um, we're back at Giles, and Willow's not there, and Giles is a little concerned. He's leaving her a message. Um,
Did you happen to have subtitles? Sorry, go ahead. Did you happen to have subtitles on when he was leaving her the message?
Yes.
It came up, like in parentheses, Buffy's machine. I'm like, wow, 25 years later, that would say Buffy's voicemail.
Oh, yes.
And Spike is yelling in the background because Passions is on.
Passions. Did you watch Passions?
I did.
You did?
There was a good year that I watched Passions. Yeah,
That was a really freaky one, right? Like they had like
it was supernatural,
supernatural stuff.
but they tied in with just like normal soap opera stuff. So
That was
it
the
was
one
an
with like the
interesting.
little boy, the little doll boy, right?
Timmy, yeah, the
That's
one who was down
Timmy.
the well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I
Tabitha
think-
was his, I don't know, owner or caretaker. She was like the old witch lady.
oh my god.
I don't remember much, but yeah, I remember. I watched. There was a good year that I watched Passions.
Yeah, I never watched that one.
It was interesting.
Sounds like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was funny. He's in there going, "It's telly time. Let me out." Buffy and Riley are on their picnic. Buffy is dressed like Stevie Nicks,
You're right.
right?
Yes.
With her wavy hair and her shawl. Oh. And her peasant top.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then they're talking, and Riley wants to take her on a drive. We find out that Buffy doesn't drive. She can't drive. Have we not seen her driving a car?
Not legally.
Not legally.
Yeah, in Band Candy, she
Yeah,
did, and she crashed it.
that's right. That's right. Can you imagine? I had a friend when I was in high school, and her mom must have been like in her late 30s at that point, who only was just going to get her driver's license then.
Mm,
I
yeah, I can't imagine
I mean,
that.
I guess there's people out there who don't drive. It's
Yeah.
crazy to me. I mean, when I was 15, I was like, "Get me in driver's ed, get my learner's permit. I want out of here."
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, there are some people who just don't, or like I think
Yeah.
like my aunt would drive locally, but nowhere else. Like she would not get on a highway.
I know my sister-in-law in South Florida, she drives to work and back, but otherwise my she won't drive on highways. My brother has to drive. I don't know, people are weird.
I love highway driving.
Um
I
I
mean, I'm not a
learned to
maniac
drive
like
on
you
I-95 in Broward County and in Miami, and so I think I am okay with it. But the last time I went down there, after living here where there's no traffic for a year,
are. Yeah.
it's a little scary going back down there. Even where you live, it makes me nervous now. But
Yeah, yeah, they can go a little crazy.
whew,
You're an aggressive driver, though. You got it.
I am. That's because of where I learned to drive.
Yeah, yeah. I am not, and Melanie will make certain noises while I'm driving if I'm not going fast.
Okay, and you make certain noises when I'm driving too, like this. You reach for the handle.
I grab the ocean handle often. Yes.
My mom does the same thing when I'm driving. She starts doing this. Like I'm like, Mom, I'm braking. Yeah, but you wait, you break it at the last minute. I'm like, I don't think I do, but okay. All right, fine. Fine.
Uh, Willow walks up to their little picnic and is sad.
What a man, what a buzzkill.
Yeah,
Like she brings the party down.
yeah.
Poor Willow, but yeah. Yeah, it's like they're and how da 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 da. She's like, "Meh, da, meh." And they're
Yeah,
like,
droopy.
"Oh, okay." Yeah, I know. My gosh. Yeah. And then that's about all that happens there. And then we're at the bronze.
Hmm.
And Buffy is telling Xander and Anya about sad Willow.
Yeah.
And then we pan over to the happy dancing Willow.
Yeah. And All the Small Things by Blink 182 is playing. I
Like
did not remember this song being in the show.
an actual like mainstream song that people
Popular,
know,
I would
a
say.
popular song.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Um,
just dancing. I liked her green outfit. I thought it was very pretty compared like with her red hair. I
yeah,
liked it.
green and red, good combo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's also drinking.
She is drunk.
For them all being college age now. I mean, I know we had beer bad.
Hmm.
There's not a lot of drinking happening
No.
in the
Mm-mm.
main cast anyway, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Hmm. So yeah, so she's drunk, and I made a note that man, are they judgy about it?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
It's like, all right, let this girl let off some steam.
Right. Like if she was doing it five
Especially
nights in
this
a row,
girl.
yeah. If she was doing it 5 nights in a row, okay, I'd be a little worried. But let me
Man.
get drunk for one night. And granted, it's underage, so technically it's
That
illegal.
was
But
my next question is are any of them of legal age at this point in this show? No, right? Because they're
no, they
freshmen.
just graduated high school like
Yeah.
4 months before. So
Hmm.
well, I don't think I
Hmm.
know. Even Anya is about the same age as them now. So yeah,
Yeah.
she must have
Yeah.
gotten somebody to buy it for her, or who knows? Maybe she just
Or
picked
they
up a
just don't
beer.
care.
Or they just don't care. That is true. It is Sunnydale.
And then she says she doesn't want to feel bad. Isn't there a way she can make it go poof? Which foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, Buffy tells you you have to go through the pain, but
yeah,
can't happen.
yeah, yeah. So now it's middle of the night at the dorm,
Mm-hmm.
and Willow gets up from bed and she gets out the Wicca supplies.
Mm-hmm. The clock read 3:37 a.m. Like I
Oh,
think I'm going to jot that down. That is a good bit of trivia.
that is good trivia.
That's like the worst time to wake up. Like if I wake up at 3:37
Oh,
a.m., I'm going to be up. I
oh,
just know
really?
it. Yeah.
That's when I
If it's
look at and I go, oh, I have so much more time to sleep.
right. So she goes to the bathroom with all her supplies, big circle of candles, and
This is the screen grab you showed me.
yes,
And
where,
I thought
where you
she was
thought she was floating.
levitating. She was not levitating. It was just the
No,
angle, I
I can
guess.
see it. I can see it. Why you thought that though?
Yeah. So this is where she's trying to exert her will. That's the spell she's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not happening.
Mm-hmm. But we do get scary music and flashy lights
Mhm.
when she casts the spell.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she, you said she's trying. She's trying it out on
Yeah.
things. Like first, she tried to make her pain go away. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Then I think she's wanted like a book to read the pages aloud. Q-tip to be unbendy.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Didn't
Nothing.
work. Didn't work.
No.
Again, Giles is concerned. She tells him about that she tried this spell, but it didn't work. And
Question: Isn't it weird? A mid 40-year-old man just wandering around a college dorm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I mean, some isn't it weird that a mid-40s guy is hanging around with just college freshmen?
Oh,
That's his only
again,
friends?
okay, fair point.
Unemployed 40-something guy? Yeah, weird. Um so he says it's not good to do spells while you're in pain, duh. But she doesn't want to hear it. She gets mad and
Mhm.
she says, "You don't see anything." And she gets sparkly eyes. Ah, you know something's happening when the eyes are sparkly.
Did you? It's hard for me because I've seen this one so many times. Did you see it right away? I mean, I think they even did a sound effect too of like lightning or thunder. Like, did you notice the sparkly eyes as soon as it happened the
Yes.
first time?
Yes.
Okay.
I noticed the sparkly eyes.
Okay.
And the way
And
she said that, I was like, "Oh, that's not good. That's."
she did
And
mention
now,
to him
but
that
now
she did the.
it's so weird the way this spell works. And when she says that, you don't see anything. And then he's just like walking around, like he sees, but it's blurry.
That's what
I
I
don't
think.
know.
It's like
He's like this. I'm like, does he have
yeah, I
a
think,
headache? He's
and
kind
I
of
think
like
it's his
this, but I'm like,
vision's
well,
like
he's
slowly going away.
okay. All right.
She did mention to him that she did try the spell to,
Exert her will.
control, exert her will. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So he, like you said, he's got like
He
the
can
like my
kind of
old
see, but
boss
not
used to
really.
do
But
the
again, he doesn't
thing.
say anything.
Well, I don't think he made the connection.
No,
I
but he
think he.
doesn't mention like, that's weird.
Oh
All
yeah,
of a
yeah.
sudden, it's kind of
Mm.
like when Drew and I are watching Star Trek and something weird happens, and but nobody says like, that's weird. Reality is totally distorted.
Yeah,
But yeah, so then we're back at Giles, and he's trying to do a spell on Spike, but he can't read the text in the book.
yeah,
So again, it's blurry. He can't, but he's not. He isn't like, hey, all of a sudden I can't see. That's weird.
yeah. I just don't think he made the connection between the two
I
things.
guess. He drops the key to the handcuffs, and Spike gets the key and breaks out and escapes. Okay, so we're back in the dorm room, and Willow is telling Buffy about the altercation, and she feels bad about her spell not working, and she's lamenting. She says, "Oh, I'm a bad witch. The only real witch here is fuzzy little Amy." And Amy turns back into a human behind them. They don't see her, but then she turns and she's like, "But now she's just a rat, And she turns right back into a rat. Oh, poor Amy. I hope
Yeah,
Amy comes back at some point. They de-ratify her and she comes back as a human.
yeah,
Hmm. Um, and then the phone rings and it's Giles telling Buffy that Spike escaped. And
mhm,
again, not mentioning anything about his eyes, right?
yeah,
And then Willow says she doesn't want Buffy to go. Um, and then her sparkly eyes go again.
yeah. Because
And
she says you'll find him in 2 seconds.
that's right, you'll find him in 2 seconds. Sparkly eyes, and then he's just outside the dorm, and Buffy finds him. Um, Luckily, he appeared right on top of where the access to the base was.
Hmm.
This
Highly
show is
convenient.
nothing if not efficient
Hmm.
in its
Very
set,
much.
its use of sets,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Then we see Giles. He's putting eye drops in to help his blindness that's progressing steadily. Buffy gets Spike back to the house, and then we go to Willow telling Xander about Buffy. Willow is just making the rounds, like she's just taking them out one by one.
Yep.
She's telling Xander about Buffy going to see Spike, and then she has sparkly eyes again. If she likes Spike so much, why doesn't she marry him? There you go. And then Giles walks in on Spike proposing.
Yeah. They're engaged. So
Very funny.
sweet.
Very funny.
Hmm.
Yes.
And then, like, right after that, Willow then calls Xander a demon magnet.
Yes.
Spark
Yes.
the eyes.
Yes. You're a demon magnet. Yes. Poor Xander, or yeah, Xander. This is like the second episode where he's just like pursued. Like what was the one where everybody was in love with him? The love spell
Bewitched,
one.
bothered, and bewildered.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So then Giles is still trying to call Willow, leaving messages. He finally mentions he can't see very well and his vision is blurred.
Spike and
Um,
Buffy are all kissy face.
oh my gosh. Planning their wedding.
Buffy asks Giles to give her away. There's
Yes,
a brief mention of Monzo. Like, he doesn't live that far away.
right.
Miss Monzo. We have not seen her dad in a while.
I wonder if he'll be back.
And Giles is like a little overwhelmed with emotion for a second that she asked him to do this, and then he's like, "Wait, no,
This is
no."
ridiculous.
Yes. And then he's now completely blind.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah,
handles it as the true Brit he is. I seem to be rather blind.
yeah. Have you ever gotten a migraine aura where it affects your vision?
Yes.
Oh, that's scary.
The first time I had one, I was in a meeting at our shared job. I was sitting in a meeting next to our director, and I couldn't see out of this eye at all. And I,
Yep.
just like Giles, I said nothing. I
Yeah.
didn't interrupt the
Yep.
meeting.
Yep.
I was just like, oh, maybe I'm having a stroke. I don't know. But I
Same,
don't want to
same,
speak up and cause disruption to the meeting. So I'll just sit here and die.
same thing happened to me. I was in the big conference room, the one where we played trivia,
Yeah.
and the older guy on my team with the mustache,
Yeah.
he was at the computer and I was looking at him and I couldn't see him. Like, I was staring right at him, but like that field of vision was just obscured. And same thing, I didn't say anything.
What's wrong with
I
us?
waited. I waited till the meeting was over and then I went home.
So Spike realizes they need a reversal spell. And he wants to help because they're like family now.
Yeah, that was kind of
Oh.
sweet. So
He's
yeah,
so
so
sweet.
she goes to the magic shop,
Yeah.
comes out of the magic shop and happens to see a store with a bridal mannequin in the window, which that was
Yes.
the same storefront that Cordelia worked at
Yep.
in season 3.
Yep.
She's admiring that gown, which is a little hideous.
Yes. Well.
And Riley walks up and is thoroughly confused.
Yes. Yes. Yes, and yeah, and she tells him about the wedding, and it's like a little Laurel and Hardy routine between the two of them. He's very confused, and then he's like, "I'm just gonna go far away and be away."
Yeah.
Oh,
When she says that his name is Spike, and he's like, "That's a name."
yes. Ugh.
Over
He'll learn.
at
He hasn't been in Sunnydale very long. He'll learn.
He'll learn, yeah.
Yeah.
Over at Xander's basement,
Hmm.
his mom is being nice again, apparently, and brought them snacks.
Hmm.
Apparently, fruit roll ups. And fruit roll ups made me think of granola bars, which made me
Okay.
think of what you sent me this morning.
What did I send you this morning?
What did your husband
The
make for your
organizer? The
snack time?
organizer. So, yeah, I just replenished his he likes granola bars, he likes Kind bars, and he likes, Lance peanut butter cheese cracker sandwiches. And so, I replenished his supply of that and put them in the pantry closet, and then this morning, I got up and went into the pantry closet, and he had 3D printed a nice little organizer tray for all his little bars.
I've been craving fruit roll ups for like the past week.
I don't know
I
that
don't
I've
even know if
ever
they're
had
still in
fruit
the store.
roll-ups.
Oh, that was a staple in my childhood lunch. Oh yeah,
Really?
big time. Yeah,
Maybe we'll have to do a Scooby Snacks episode.
fruit roll ups. I don't
Fruit
even know if they still
roll-ups.
make them. I'll have to look.
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
I
All right.
know I have a cookbook from the 70s I got on my 7th birthday, and it's got a recipe in there for fruit leather, which is
Mhm.
essentially fruit roll-ups, I guess.
Right.
They've been
Without the
around
preservatives.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then demon attack.
The first demon, yes.
Yeah.
Generic demon, I wrote, with a horrible, horrible mask.
Yeah, it was pretty
Anya
bad.
recognizes, and knows how to kill it.
Hmm.
Um And then
That,
there's another demon through the window with our plate glass moment of the episode.
yep.
So yeah, so this is the spell coming to pass on Xander, the demon magnet. Then we cut back to Buffy and Spike, and they're still being all cuddly sweet at Giles's. Um, she says the magic shop was out of Tagus root, but don't worry, they'll have more tomorrow because there's the shipments every morning to the magic shop of
Yeah.
Tagus root.
In Sunnydale. Yeah.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. So they're gonna have to wait till the morning to cure the blindness. Um, I put a big note that I like this engaged Spike.
Yeah. He's
He's
nice. He's
very
helpful.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Giles is like, stop it! I can hear the smacking. There's bickering between Buffy and Spike. Like the bicker, it's like they're already married. Like they've been married for 20 years.
Yeah.
Um, Anya and Xander come in, and then he finds out they're getting married. Xander is like, how? What? How? Giles says, three good questions. We're all trying to figure out what happened. And Buffy's like, and you two were victims. Only I escaped because I'm the Slayer.
I really like Xander's shirt in this scene. I actually looked to see if I could find it, like the orange, like it just looks like it's like a baseball tee. Like
Okay.
the orange sleeves, the white, and like the flower graphic print. I just thought it looked cool.
Okay. All right. Noted. Um, and then there's a funny little Giles moment where he's like, we've got to help her before somebody gets really hurt. And then Giles nods and he trips over the couch.
Yeah, that was good.
Back at the
Back
dorm
to
room,
yep.
Willow walks in and she's immediately jumped by a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else arrives at the dorm and they just find a puddle of burned up goop,
Yep.
right? Anya
Mm-hmm.
recognizes the burned up goop
Mm-hmm.
as Dahafrin,
The Hoffren. Yep.
Dahafrin's portal.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows him because he's the one that made her a vengeance demon,
Right. We
right?
briefly saw him in season 3, but he was not named there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. In the episode in Doppelgangland, when Anya was trying to get her power back, I think
Oh,
she appealed to him, and he was like, "No, too bad."
no. Oh, okay. All right. So now we cut to Willow in what I'm calling the dark cavern of the soul.
Okay, I like it.
Um, and he found her because he says her pain is like a scream that pierces dimensional walls. That is some pain, man.
That's intense.
That
Yeah.
is some angst. So then there's like a spotlight on her that caused a spotlight on her, and he wants to elevate her,
Mm-hmm. Make her a vengeance demon.
make her a vengeance demon. Back at the cemetery, there's demons, and it's a big stunt double fight with demons. And in this one, I actually noticed Xander's stunt double.
I saw that too.
You did? Like, ooh,
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
first.
paying a lot more attention now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trying to pick it out.
We run into a tomb, and Buffy and Spike take the top off of an obviously foam sarcophagus to try to hold the demons off the door. And Anya starts a spell,
Mm-hmm.
right?
She's trying to contact the Hoffren
Yes.
in
Now,
Arash Mahar.
what is it?
Arash Mahar.
Sure. I said that's a random World of Warcraft name generator shit right there.
Yep.
Just
I
throw together a bunch of vowels and consonants, and that's your WoW name.
I have to use a random name generator for work for certain things, and
Yeah.
I just like what it comes up with. It's so
Yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy. Then Anya is having trouble with her spell.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big fight in the tomb with so many stunt doubles. Dahafren wants to make Willow Vengeance Demon, and he does this weird, like, strokes her face, like, weird sexual harassment thing.
Yeah, and then he
Uh,
like pulls up like a screen, like not a real screen, but like he goes like this, and like she's seeing what's going on in the
yeah,
tomb, like a little
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Um, and she does not want to be a vengeance demon.
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, okay.
Gives her a
All right. Well,
talisman.
give me a call if you change your mind.
Yep.
Whatevs."
Yep. He gives her a talisman that
Yeah.
she could use to call upon him if
Yeah.
she needs it in the future, and yeah,
Yeah.
sends her back.
Anticlimactic. Back in the tomb, the spell is still in effect. Everyone's still fighting. Willow appears in the tomb and does the retraction spell, the reversal spell.
Hmm.
Um, I just wrote funny reaction from Buffy and Spike. Oh, when they realized what happened.
Spike lips,
Yeah,
lips
Spike lips. That's
spiked.
right. Now in the little epilogue, Willow is making cookies because she feels guilty. Eat a cookie, ease my pain.
Those cookies look damn good.
Yeah,
I gotta say, the big and when they're like brown, really
yeah,
brown like
yeah, yeah,
that, it's
yeah,
like I
yeah.
want hot
They look
chocolate chip
like crunchy
cookies.
cookies.
There's a company, I think it's called Tiff's Treats. Now,
Yeah,
maybe they're not up in the woods where you
yeah.
are.
No.
I know they're in a couple of places where they will deliver to you a box of warm chocolate chip cookies.
Oh,
I will confess that I think it was back in December when my husband was out. I had a box delivered.
you did?
I did like and the actual inside of the box is like lined with like foil so that they stay hot.
Oh,
It was good. I didn't
were
eat
they
the whole box.
good? Like
They were
soft
good.
cookies?
Yes, like fresh out of the oven.
Have we talked about this about our preference for soft versus crispy cookies?
No, honestly, it depends on my mood. I like them both.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, soft all the way. Well, obviously soft cookies are better. I mean, they release. Remember soft batch cookies?
Yeah, I bought them a couple of years ago and they didn't live up to my memory.
No,
No.
well,
But I loved them as a kid.
you can't go home again, Sean.
No, you can't.
So, and then Buffy remembers telling Riley that was like the, oh my gosh,
But right before that, though, Spike tells everybody that Buffy wanted wind beneath my wings for the first dance.
that's right, that's right. Oh no,
But yeah, she realizes about Riley and runs to find him. And
yes,
I wasn't serious.
I was just joking, and I made a note. Her makeup in the scene makes her look like she's in her mid 30s.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't like it. And
Mhm.
then, per Riley, you're insane.
So insane, mysterious, and peculiar.
Yeah, and you're single.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that was my note at the end. Things Riley likes about Buffy. She's peculiar, she's mysterious, she's insane, and she's single.
yeah. And
That
that's how
about
it ends.
covers it.
Yeah. How many steaks you giving something blue?
So I think I made a note of this on social media that you did advise that I should have an edible before I watched this episode, and I did. I'm gonna say with edible, I would give this one 3.5 steaks. I did. I think without the edible 3 steaks, I probably wouldn't have laughed out loud as much as I did.
Okay.
I did laugh out loud quite a bit during this episode.
Okay. I'll go with 3.5.
Favorite line?
Hmm. I think it might be Spike lips of Spike.
Yeah.
Just for the reaction that was delivered.
I think mine was when Buffy was telling Riley about getting married to Spike, and he's like, "Who is this guy? Does he even go here?"
He doesn't even go here. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
All right. Next episode, which you and I will be watching together, and I'll be capturing your reactions in real time because this is an amazing episode, in my opinion, coming up.
I know of this episode because I think you sent me back in the day, sent me a clip or something from this episode.
Okay. This is
I
season
don't know
four.
why you did, but this is the one with the scary. Is this the gentleman?
This is The Gentleman.
Yes. I think you sent me something a long time ago about this,
So
back
like pre,
before I knew anything about Buffy.
so like pre-podcast even.
Oh, yeah, 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 like years
Okay.
ago. I
Okay.
think that's all I know is that they're scary guys called the gentleman.
Yep. Season 4, episode 10, Hush.
Yeah,
I believe I may have even had you like sit and watch some of it, but maybe not.
maybe.
Like this is like going
Maybe.
back to like when you and I like first met.
I just
So
remember you telling me that they were very scary to you.
they are.
Yeah.
I think if you read people's opinions out there, the gentlemen are definitely like top five scariest.
So, okay, and it's called Hush.
hmm And
And they're
I
like scary
just
looking blue
sent
guys.
you your. Actually, don't look at the screenshot yet. Tell me what you
Okay.
think
All right. Okay.
first, and then tell me what you think after looking
Well,
at the
it
screenshot.
makes me think that somehow they have an effect on people so that they can't talk.
Okay.
So everything is silent. There's a lot of silence, which does make for a very exciting episode, but something like that.
Okay. All right. Now look at the screenshot I sent you.
Okay. Where they can't talk. So they got to write everything down.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay. It was hard picking the screenshot. I was rewinding and fast forwarding because like I didn't want to just like there's so many things like I could just like I'll tell you there's a scene with Giles in front of an overhead projector. Like
Oh.
yeah I could send her that, but like that's just random. Like if
All
I'm gonna
right.
give you
So
a screenshot,
far, you have not always sent me screenshots that have anything to do with anything. So, nah.
I'm trying to do better.
Thank you, Sean.
But this one this may be my favorite episode.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Um yeah, it's a great story. There's some really good physical comedy. It's some good stuff.
Okay. I'm excited, and we're
So
going to watch it together.
we're gonna watch it together.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
I wish we could figure out how to do like a live stream.
I know. Yeah, I still want to do that. I just got a little sidetracked because I
Yeah.
still want you. Oh, we didn't really talk about that. There was a 5 second mention of Buffy in LA, and she saw Angel from the crossover episode from
Oh, yeah.
that took place after Pangs. We still have to watch that.
Okay.
We gotta do that too.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just come up. Maybe I'll just surprise you next weekend.
I would love that.
Okay. You want to tell them about the socials?
Let's talk about the socials. We are everywhere. That matters. And we are at the Sunnydale Diaries, or on Blue Sky, we are Sunnydale Diaries. Anyway, you can find us at any of those places, or you can find us on our website, thesunnydalediaries.com. And on our website, you can watch our episodes. You can get an invite to our Discord server. You can download our PDF Jenny Calendar.
Mhm.
You can also email us at thesunnydalediaries@gmail.com. We would love
Mhm.
to hear from you. And as Sean said at the beginning of the episode, please feel free to drop us a line, leave us a review. We love all the feedback you have.
Mhm.
Did I miss anything, Sean?
I think you got it all.
Great.
This episode was a bit delayed. That's on me. Had some things that I was going through, but things are all better now. So we will be back on our usual release schedule with Hush, which will be available Monday, June 2nd.
Can you believe it's already June almost?
No, no,
Holy
I cannot.
smokes.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
If you're in the Blue Ridge, Georgia area this weekend, uh, you can come visit me at the Blue Ridge Arts in the Park. I will have a booth there, and come say hello.
And that'll be the weekend of the 24th.
Correct.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday.
And okay. And Melanie and I will be at Fanboy Expo in Knoxville, Tennessee in July,
Mm-hmm.
weekend of July 12th, I believe. And James Marsters and Julia Landau and Julie Benz will be there too. But we'll be
You don't have to buy tickets to see us. We don't charge for autographs or photos.
there. Just come up, say hi, I'll give you a sticker.
Just come say hi.
All right. We'll be back with Hush.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.